12 billion cans sold in 1 year. That was Red Bull's milestone in 2023, selling about 1.5 cans for every person on the planet. Red Bull has mastered the art of marketing, outspending giants like Nike and McDonald's in its quest for adrenaline-fueled dominance. In 2012, Felix Baumgartner took a leap from the edge of space, shattering the sound barrier. That audacious jump wasn't just a feat of human courage, it was a bold marketing move backed by a staggering $6 billion. This is the incredible story of how Red Bull transformed not only the energy drink industry, but also the very fabric of marketing itself, soaring to new heights in both the skies and the marketplace. Chaleo Uvidya was born in rural Thailand to a humble family of duck farmers who also sold fruit. Growing up with limited resources, he and his siblings couldn't afford a formal education. As a young man, he moved to Bangkok to work with his brother as a pharmaceutical sales representative. Through sheer dedication, he managed to save enough money to establish his own business in 1956, which he named TC Pharmaceutical Industries. At first, the company focused on selling imported medicines, mainly antibiotics. However, around this time, Japanese pharmaceutical companies were introducing herbal syrups labeled as energy tonics, which soon became popular in Thailand as well. After nearly a decade running TC Pharmaceutical, Chaleo set out to create his own version of these tonics. He noticed that most energy products on the market were costly and aimed at wealthier consumers. Coming from a modest background, he understood that those who truly needed energy were the hard-working laborers, farmers, construction workers, people performing intense physical labor who needed sustained energy and alertness. After researching other energy drinks on the market, Chaleo crafted his own formula, containing caffeine, B vitamins, and taurine. He also added a significant amount of sugar, which not only enhanced the taste, but also provided an additional energy boost. He named the drink Krating Daeng, where Daeng means red, symbolizing perseverance, and Krating refers to the gaur, a sturdy animal similar to a water buffalo, representing strength and resilience. The drink didn't achieve overnight success. At the time, products from Japan and South Korea dominated the market. But Chaleo's strategic focus on Thailand's rural and provincial areas, rather than urban centers like Bangkok, proved effective. He distributed free samples to truck drivers working long hours, promoting the drink as a stimulant to improve energy and concentration. Word of mouth gradually helped build the drink's popularity among Thailand's working class. Using profits from initial sales, Chaleo started sponsoring Muay Thai matches, associating his drink with Thailand's most popular martial art, known for its energy and power. This branding approach set his drink apart from others, transforming it into a symbol of resilience for working-class people. By 1980, Krating Daeng had become widely successful across Thailand. However, it was an unexpected meeting with an Austrian businessman selling toothpaste that would soon elevate Chaleo's drink to a multi-billion-dollar global empire. Dietrich Mateschitz played a pivotal role in transforming Chaleo's drink into the global phenomenon we know as Red Bull. He studied international trade at the University of Vienna, though he took 10 years to graduate due to his love for travel, partying, and chasing adventure. Known for his bold, creative ideas, he eventually rose to the position of international marketing director for a German company called Blendax, which made skincare products, shampoo, and toothpaste. His job required him to travel frequently, meaning long days in airports and on flights. During one particularly exhausting trip to Thailand, Dietrich sought something to boost his energy and stumbled upon Chaleo's energy drink, Krating Daeng. After trying it, he quickly felt rejuvenated, shaking off his jet lag. Impressed, he became an instant fan of the drink, though it was only available in Thailand at the time. Not long after, Dietrich read in a newspaper that Japan's highest taxpayer was another energy drink company, confirming to him just how popular these beverages had become in Asia. He noticed there was nothing quite like it back in Europe and, tired of his job at Blendax, he made a bold move. He quit and tracked down Chaleo, proposing a partnership to bring the drink to Western markets. After some persuasion, the two agreed to go into business together, each investing $500,000. Chaleo would focus on the product side, while Dietrich managed operations and marketing. They each held a 49% share, with 2% going to Chaleo's son. One of Dietrich's first major moves was to rebrand the drink with a name that would resonate globally, Red Bull. Founded in Austria in 1984, Red Bull became a separate company entirely from Chaleo's TC Pharmaceuticals, with a simpler, more memorable name. Before launching, they conducted some market research in Europe, but initial feedback was discouraging. Many found the taste unpleasant, and market studies suggested it was unhealthy and unappealing. Yet, despite this, they pressed forward, making key adjustments based on feedback. They carbonated the drink and used a sleek silver can that gave it a premium look, differentiating it from other beverages. Dietrich decided that Red Bull needed to be priced like a premium product, setting it at nearly twice the price of regular sodas. Though risky, this pricing strategy would become a crucial part of its brand image. They also coined the now famous slogan,
"Red Bull gives them wings,"
symbolizing energy, focus, and potential. This would later spark some controversy, but for now, in 1987, Red Bull was ready to take on the Western market. On April 1st, 1987, Red Bull hit the Austrian market, carefully positioned as a high-end drink and introduced at popular ski resorts. Starting with a tiny team of only 1 secretary and 6 salespeople, Red Bull faced the challenge of building a brand with a very limited marketing budget. Dietrich knew he had to be creative, so he opted for unconventional and cost-effective strategies to capture attention. One of Red Bull's earliest tactics involved enlisting well-liked college students to promote the drink on campus. These students drove eye-catching Mini Coopers with large Red Bull cans on top and organized parties with free Red Bull provided. In addition, Red Bull's brand ambassadors, called Red Bull Girls, were sent to university campuses to distribute free drinks directly to students. Red Bull also offered free coolers to bars, incentivizing bartenders to use Red Bull as a mixer in cocktails. They even left empty Red Bull cans around nightlife hotspots to stir curiosity among potential consumers. Thanks to these smart, low-cost strategies, Red Bull sold over 1 million cans in its first year, though it operated at a financial loss due to the extensive giveaways. Mateschitz believed in the value of brand building, and his gamble paid off. By the 3rd year, sales had reached 4 million cans, with demand spreading across Europe. Instead of traditional advertising, Dietrich focused on linking Red Bull to extreme sports, which he personally enjoyed. Noticing that few brands sponsored events like cliff diving, he made Red Bull synonymous with high adrenaline activities. By 1997, Red Bull was ready to enter the US market, even though competitors and other energy drinks were already thriving. Despite offering only one flavor that often fared poorly in taste tests, Red Bull thrived because Mateschitz positioned it as more than a beverage. It represented a lifestyle. Red Bull invested heavily in events and athletes, acquiring sports teams, hosting high-profile events, and creating an entire media arm to build an experience around the brand. This long-term approach has led to significant revenue streams. For instance, Red Bull profits from Formula One and other sponsorships, further fueling its marketing. One of Red Bull's signature events is the Flugtag, meaning Flying Day in German, where teams launch creative homemade flying machines, with the record currently at 258 feet. This kind of branded entertainment reinforces Red Bull's image while generating its own revenue. Red Bull has also supported prominent music festivals like Lollapalooza and sent thrill seekers to new heights, literally. In 2012, Red Bull orchestrated Felix Baumgartner's historic freefall from the edge of space, which reached millions worldwide and saw global sales rise 13% afterward. Interestingly, Red Bull's marketing rarely spotlights the drink itself. The emphasis is on creating memorable moments that draw people in without feeling like traditional advertising. By focusing on brand recognition rather than overt sales pitches, Red Bull has managed to turn itself into a symbol of adventure and excitement. This subtle approach works particularly well in a world saturated with advertisements. Ultimately, Red Bull is less a drink company and more a powerhouse of storytelling and brand building. The product began as an affordable energy drink in Thailand, yet today it's seen as a premium lifestyle choice. Despite being one of the pricier options on the market, Red Bull dominates with over 80% market share in some regions and has sold more than 100 billion cans worldwide. But as with any major success, it hasn't been without its share of controversies. Over the years, Red Bull has faced bans in several countries, most notably in France. The controversy began when a teenager tragically passed away after consuming multiple cans of Red Bull during a basketball game. Although there was no definitive evidence linking the drink to the death, it sparked widespread concern about the drink's caffeine levels. and the safety of some of its ingredients. By 2008, however, the full version of Red Bull returned to shelves in France after the company successfully argued that there wasn't enough evidence to prove any of the ingredients were harmful. While the drink may not be considered healthy, it was deemed not unhealthy enough to warrant a ban. In Germany, in 2009, Red Bull Cola stirred up further controversy when it was discovered to contain trace amounts of cocaine, leading some states to withdraw the drink. But once again, after thorough investigation, it was found that the amounts were so minimal that one would have to consume an unrealistic quantity to experience any effects, resulting in the drink being reintroduced. The company faced another challenge in 2013 when it was sued for false advertising related to its slogan, "Red Bull gives you wings." To be fair, it's hard to believe anyone genuinely thought they would gain literal wings. But the lawsuit was based on the claim that Red Bull did not provide any actual performance enhancement, leading to a settlement of $13 million. While these controversies may seem severe, the most significant issue surrounding Red Bull is one that many in the West might not be aware of. In 2012, the heir to Red Bull's fortune, Chaleo's grandson, was accused of fatally running over a police officer while speeding in his Ferrari. Reports indicated that he failed to appear in court and fled the country. Despite the compelling evidence against him, the case has not been pursued, leading to public outcry in Thailand about how the wealthy and powerful seem to evade justice. Headlines like, "Red Bull heir shows how to get away with killing a cop in Thailand" emerged, with some people even calling for a boycott of the brand. It's important to note that the heir wasn't directly involved in running the company, but this incident certainly strained the carefully crafted image that Red Bull has worked hard to maintain. Chaleo, the original creator of Red Bull, passed away in March 2012 at the age of 88. At the time of his death, he was Thailand's third richest individual, with an estimated fortune of $5 billion. Meanwhile, Dietrich Mateschitz, his co-founder, passed away in October 2022. Following his death, Dietrich's son, Mark Mateschitz, inherited his father's stake in Red Bull and is now Austria's wealthiest person, with an estimated fortune of $39.6 billion. Red Bull has remained a private entity, allowing its founders and their heirs to retain significant equity and reinvest back into the business, leveraging high profit margins to fuel continued growth worldwide. Red Bull exemplifies that success doesn't always require a brand new invention. Sometimes, adapting an existing product for a different market or audience can yield phenomenal results if you add your unique touch. Another valuable takeaway from Red Bull's strategy is the power of cost-effective production combined with powerful branding. By choosing a product that is inexpensive to make and investing heavily in marketing to create a premium image, Red Bull has been able to command high prices. This strategy provides impressive profit margins, allowing them to reinvest in even more ambitious marketing campaigns, setting off a self-sustaining cycle of growth. For perspective, reports suggest Red Bull cans cost only about 9 to 13 cents each to produce, while they retail for around $1.79 to $3, depending on the market. Finally, Red Bull highlights that exceptional marketing often goes beyond traditional advertisements. It's about crafting a distinctive experience. Rather than just selling a drink, Red Bull has consistently sold an image and an adrenaline-charged lifestyle. If you're curious about more stories of iconic brands and their rise to success, click here to check out my video on Honda's fascinating journey. Don't forget to like and subscribe to help me reach my goal of 1,000 subscribers. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.